August 7, 19th Sunday in Ordinary Time. Bless the people the Lord has chosen to be His own. First reading, Wisdom of Solomon 18:6-9. The night had been foretold to our ancestors, and knowing it what promise they trusted. They could rejoice in all surety. Your people waited for both the salvation of the just and the downfall of their enemies. For the very punishment of our enemies brought glory to the people you have called, that is, to us. The holy race secretly offered the Passover sacrifice and really agreed on this worthy pact that they would share alike both blessings and dangers, and forthwith they began to sing the hymns of their fathers. Second reading, Hebrews 11 verse 1 to 2, 8 to 19. The faith is the assurance of what we hope for, being certain of what we cannot see. Because of their faith, our ancestors were approved. It was by faith that Abraham, called by God, set out for a country that would be given to him as an inheritance, for he parted without knowing where he was going. By faith he lived a stranger in that promised land. There he lived in tents as did Isaac and Jacob, beneficiaries of the same promise. Indeed, he looked forward to the city of solid foundation, of which God is the architect and builder. By faith Sarah herself received power to become a mother in spite of her advanced age, since she believed that he who had made the promise would be faithful. Therefore, from an almost impotent man were born descendants as numerous as the stars of heaven, as many as the grains of sand on the seashore. Death found all these people strong in their faith. They had not received what was promised, but they had looked ahead and had rejoiced in it from afar, saying that they were foreigners and travelers on earth. Those who speak in this way proved that they are looking for their own country, for if they had longed for the land they had left, it would have been easy for them to return. But no, they aspired to a better city, that is, a supernatural one. So God, who prepared the city for them, is not ashamed of being called their God. By faith Abraham went to offer Isaac when God tested him, and so he who had received the promise of God offered his only son, although God had told him, Isaac, descendants will bear your name. Abraham reasoned that God is capable even of raising the dead, and he received back his son, which has a figurative meaning. Lectio Divina, Treasure Hunt. Read. The Book of Wisdom speaks of the ancestor and faith trusting God promises. The letter to the Hebrews defines faith and discusses the patriarchs as its exemplars. Jesus invite us to treasure what matters and orient our lives towards it. Reflect. What we treasure will orient our entire being and guide our lives. Think of a mother who is deep asleep, totally oblivious to the noise of the traffic on the nearby road or the planes that fly above. Yet the slightest whimper of her newborn baby will wake her up, for she treasures her baby. Or think of a businessman in bed. No noises around may disturb his sleep, but the ring of the telephone may wake him up, for it could be a business call, and that's what he treasures. We have scores of stories of people doing the seemingly impossible in sports, academics, and other various avenues of life. They do so precisely because they treasure such achievements and thereby have oriented their entire being and invested every resource towards realizing the same. What creates sense is their treasuring God and His will. Pray for the grace to give primacy to God in every moment. Reflect on this question today. What do I treasure most in my life? Gospel Luke 12 verse 32. 32 to 48. Do not be afraid, little flock, for it has pleased your Father to give you the kingdom. Sell what you have and give alms. Get yourself fresh purses that do not wear out, and an inexhaustible treasure in the heavens, where no thief comes and no moth destroys. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Be ready, dress for service, and keep your lamps lit, like people waiting for their master to return from the wedding. As soon as he comes and knocks, they will open the door to him. Happy are those servants whom the master finds wide awake when he comes. Truly, I tell you, he will put on apron and have them sit at the table, and he will wait on them. Happy are those servants if he finds them awake when he comes at midnight or daybreak. Pay attention to this. If the master of the house had known at what time the thief would come, he would not have let his house be broken into. You also must be ready, for the Son of Man will come at an hour you do not expect. Peter said, Lord, did you tell this parable only for us or for everyone? And the Lord replied, Imagine then the wise and faithful steward, whom the master sets over his other servants to give them wheat at the proper time. Fortunate is this servant if his master on coming home finds him doing his work. Truly I say to you, the master will put him in charge of all his property. But it may be that the steward thinks, My Lord delays in coming. He begins to abuse the male servants, the servants' girls, eating and drinking and getting drunk. Then the master will come on a day he does not expect, and at an hour he does not know. He will cut him off and send him to the same fate as the unfaithful. The servant who knew his master well, but did not prepare and do not do what his master wanted, will be suddenly beaten. But the one who does unconsciously what deserves punishment shall receive fewer blows. Much will be required of the one who has been given much, and more will be asked of the one who has been entrusted with more. The Son of Man will come at an hour you do not expect.